The storm desk. Read the storm, book the roofs. You sat through 3 demos this week. Every PDF looked gorgeous, and a salesperson promised your estimating would get faster and cleaner. So you almost signed, because the tool that looks best wins the room. By the end of this, you'll know how to choose roofing estimating software the operator way. Map the workflow first. Score the platforms on what your shop actually does. Test the ugly jobs, own your data, roll it out clean. The tool is the easy part. The standard it enforces is the part that pays. Start with one honest line. Software does not fix a broken estimating process. It speeds it up. If your shop has no standard photo list, no required exclusions, and no rule about who can move margin, a slick platform just lets you email sloppy estimates faster. So define the standard first, then buy the enforcement. The Small Business Administration tells owners to define operations before chasing tools. Define it, then go shopping. Know what you're actually buying, because the category split. Digital estimating used to mean a takeoff app on a tablet. A takeoff is the roof measurement you price from. Today it bundles 3 jobs that used to be separate. Measurement, the squares and valleys. The estimate and proposal, the scope, the homeowner signs. And the CRM and production layer that carries the job forward. CRM means the customer and job record. Most platforms do one well. Know which job you're buying for first. Step 1. Draw your estimate process on a whiteboard before anyone shows you a demo. Map the path a real job takes. Lead-in, inspection, scope, pricing, proposal, approval, handoff, build, closeout. Write down every handoff and every field that has to be captured. Then mark, honestly, where it breaks. Missing photos. Scope clear to the salesperson and a mystery to the crew. Wrong material ordered because nobody wrote down the existing layers. Those breakpoints are your real requirements, and a tool that doesn't touch your top 3 is the wrong tool. Map the leaks in dollars, not annoyances. Missing photos is an annoyance. 2 trucks rolled to a job that needed decking nobody saw. Eating a day of labor and an emergency lumber run, that's a cost you can size. Slow revisions is vague. 3 touches in 2 days per estimate, and we lose deals to faster competitors. That's a number a software decision can move. Rank your failure points by what they cost. Let the leaks set the weights. Step 2. Build a weighted scorecard before the first demo. 3 vendors, 3 slick presentations, and a week later you can't remember which one had the feature you cared about. A scorecard fixes that. Weight the categories by what matters to your shop, then score every vendor on the same sheet. Photo capture, measurement, line item control, who can change a rate or a waste factor. Production handoff. Integrations. Data export. Score each to 5, multiply by the weight, total it. The number isn't gospel, it just makes the trade-offs visible. Score the real cost, not the sticker price. The subscription is the smallest line. Ad setup, data cleanup, template building, training, integration, and the rollout dip. Industry write-ups put that dip at 2 to 4 weeks of reduced output. A platform that costs more per month but cuts your revision time and change order rate can be cheaper by year-end. And if measurement is a separate vendor, an aerial report ordered per roof, model it at your real volume. 40 estimates a month pays very differently than 400. Put the math on the scorecard. Step 3. Never buy on the demo job. It's a clean gable the vendor picked because it shows the tool at its best. Bring your own jobs, details stripped, and run the ones that hurt. A repair, a cut-up roof, a mid-project scope change. For measurement, run it against a roof you already measured by hand or drone. Independent surveyor Compass Data confirmed aerial measurement at about 99% against LiDAR, a laser scan of the real roof. So accuracy isn't the bottleneck. The edge cases are: watch where the tool flags its uncertainty and where it guesses. While you're testing, pressure test the scope. Is the waste factor itemized or buried in a block price? Waste factor is the extra material a roof eats over its flat area. The trade norm runs roughly 10% for a simple gable and 15 or more for cut-up roofs, shown as a line item, not a lowball. Then test a handoff, the one most owners skip. Hand the estimate to a crew lead. Can they build from it without calling the salesperson? If the PDF looks polished but the file is incomplete, the platform failed the only test that matters. Here's the line, and it's not subtle. Your estimate is an advertising document, and what your templates say has to be legal and supportable. The Federal Trade Commission requires claims to be truthful and backed up, The boundary is sharpest on insurance wording. In 2024, the Texas Supreme Court ruled in the Stonewater roofing case that a roofer holding itself out as an insurance claim specialist and contracting to negotiate claims was practicing unlicensed public adjusting. So your templates should never promise to handle, negotiate, fight, or maximize a claim. You document conditions that support the homeowner's own claim. The insurer decides coverage. Step 4. Lock down your data before you sign, because your leverage drops to zero the day you go live. The platform holds every address, every photo, every contract. Switching costs here are engineered, not accidental. Vendors make leaving hard with proprietary formats, limited export, and exit fees. So negotiate portability up front. You own the data in writing, one full export per term at no charge, in standard formats. Then ask for a sample export and look at it. If your estimates can't leave in a usable file, you're renting your own history, and the rent goes up at renewal. Same step, the access side. The FTC's Guide to Protecting Personal Information lays it out plainly. Keep only what you need, protect it, dispose of it securely. For a roofing shop, that means role-based permissions. A canvasser doesn't need finance access. Multi-factor login. And a real offboarding step, so a salesperson who leaves loses access, including customer photos on a personal phone. Know who can see what and how access ends. Read the renewal clause too. Auto-renew with a short opt-out window locks shops into another year by inertia. Step 5. A platform chosen well and rolled out badly still fails. The rollout is where good software dies. Staff route around it, the templates never get built, and 6 months later, half the company is back on spreadsheets while you keep paying. So name one rollout owner before you sign. Train by role. Salespeople need inspection capture. Estimators need templates and override rules. Production needs the handoff fields. Then pilot, then gate. Don't flip the whole company on day one. Run a small group against real jobs, then expand only when the pilot improves the workflow. One more thing the software should protect: your people. Digital measurement should reduce roof access, not reward it. Make sure your workflow never nudges a salesperson onto a steep roof just to capture a tighter measurement. OSHA's fall protection standard is the rule your field practice should reflect. Falls from roofs and ladders are a leading cause of construction deaths, and aerial tools exist partly so fewer people have to climb. So define when remote measurement is enough and when trained access is required. Then build a measurement uncertainty field so production knows what to confirm before ordering material. Here's where RoofPredict fits and where it doesn't. Your estimating platform measures and prices a roof and carries the job through production. RoofPredict decides which roofs are worth measuring first. It pairs an estimated roof age range with storm physics modeled per individual home to score which houses are likely due, so a mailer skips the brand new roofs. It does not inspect the roof, diagnose damage, or decide coverage, and the age figure is a planning range, not an exact date. And it only works if your platform lets you export the records. Define the workflow, score the tool, own your data, then let the standard do the work.